That's pretty cool that you found this car auction place. This is exactly what I was thinking of when we were talking about looking for getting into car auctions and trying to find a car for you that way. You can get really good deals this way, but we do have to go about it. We have to be pretty careful about it. I saw that you sent me a text about bidding on one today. So that's not the way we'd want to go about it. The way we want to go about it is find a car at least a week in advance so that I have time to go down and look at the car and see if I can get it running and check it out and make sure that that it's worth the risk of bidding on it, right? So that's the idea, and then also for us to jump in and agree on cars. So I follow those auctions and see what those cars end up going for. So, anyways, here's the first thing I want to talk to you about. So I was able to get logged in, so that's great. Um, the really the main place that I would prefer to go to, I've already got Denver pulled up here, so let me talk about this one. This is the secondary place that I'll go to. Oh, here it is. So here's our first place right here, this Littleton address. That is just right down, is right not too far from me. So I'm up here. I'm like right here. And so to get down to Claudia's, or I guess Carport now. It used to be called Claudia's. I've been down to these car auctions before. It's not too hard for me to get down there, even with traffic and all that. So let's look for cars down here first, which would be here. Let's get this out of the way. Which will be this Blake Land Drive location. The second one we can look at is this Denver location. I'm never going to go to Brighton. Brighton's way the hell up there. All right. So those are really the two main locations we'll go to. And really, I'd like to focus on looking for cars in Littleton. We got plenty of time, right? We don't need to be, you don't need a car tomorrow. We actually got the Kia coming down for you and Logan over spring break. So that'll be cool. You have something to drive. But really, we're probably not going to get you a car till summer, right? If we find a really great deal, and I think it's a good idea to start looking at this stuff, and if we come across something that's amazing, yeah, let's buy it, right? But there's no huge rush, so let's take our time, do some research, and figure this out. All right, so this is the main one I want you to search cars for, and here's the secondary location we can also look for cars in. All right, so that's right here, and the other one is uh, Downing Street. Where is Downing? Oh, so Downing is clear. Oh gosh, it's clear up there. So, but I can do that one. All right. Okay, so let me take a look at this website real fast and see if there's anything else I want to chat about. Littleton location looks like they call it Denver South. So you probably already figured this out, but I'll just go over real quick anyways. So you want to put in here the location, and then you can put in here whatever make and model and search it out. So everything else I just kind of left open. So this will only looks like it'll only search for properties for cars in in the Denver South location. So these are ones that that I can take a look at. All right, so I don't really want to get into cars with front end damage because then you're getting into all kinds of engine problems, and I don't really want to get into that. So, so for example, the CRV, oh geez, that thing's destroyed, right? So I don't want to get into something like that. Um, so it looks like these auctions are ending pretty soon. One thing I do want you to do is start to get on here and get an idea of what things are selling for. So, this one looks like the auction is going to end here in 46 minutes. So, looks like it'll end for $1,900. This one for $3,500, $2,200, 3,500. So, anyways, start to get an idea of pricing. So when we really hone in on the type of car that you really want, then we can start to build out like a spreadsheet of what these cars typically go for, so we know if we're getting a good deal out of this auction or not. All right. I kind of like this buy it now button, which is pretty cool. So, anyways, that is it. The only other thing I was going to say is if you find a car that you really like, so let's say this car is 2016 Honda CRV. I know you don't like this car, but we can add this to your watch list, I believe. There we go. All right, so then we can go up here to your watch list, and you should have your cars in here. So that this is a great way for you and I to stay organized with what you're looking at and what I'm looking at, so we can add them to watch lists and see what they end up selling for, etc. So hopefully that helps. So yeah, thanks for getting me logged in. I'll take a peek around there here in the next few days. If you see some cars that are really cool in this list, so going back to this list, if you find some cars that you really like that are a few days out that we can start looking at, that's good. I would say for now, look to see what things are selling for. So, I mean, I believe these auctions are ending. Whoops, I must have got screwed up here. Whoop. Must have got something screwed up here. Here we go. One. So you can kind of tell. It looks like some of these cars are ending soon, and you kind of keep tabs on what things are selling for and how much. That'll give you a good idea of what kind of pricing these things are going to be selling at. But it looks like the further out you go on these lists, they give us some more time. So not sure. Not sure when the date on the auction date is. Here, let's take a look. We might have to also look at Denver because auction is 7 days. Okay, so these haven't even registered for when they're gonna go up for auction. But if you see a car that you really like, we can start to hone in on it and what it typically would sell for. So, all right, well, I gotta go. So let me know what you think.